The peasant farmer decided to put his load down and push the boulder out of the path. And he did the same, put the load down, started pushing the boulder. And finally, he was able to move it out of his path and put it aside. As he was going to lift his load back so that he continued his journey, he noticed that under the rock there was a pass. And he went down, took the pass, and here's what he found. Hey, thank you so much for clicking in. I can't thank you enough for your continued support. And if you've not yet subscribed, now is the time to do so. Like, comment, share, and click that notification bell on. You won't miss a single video each time that I upload. A story is told about a king in a certain village, and this king had an unusual personality. One day, he just woke up and decided to put a huge boulder on one of the busiest paths in his kingdom. Yes, he did it on purpose, and he also decided that from time to time he'll be going and hide in the bushes around and see what people will do. So, the first day came, and a few of his wealthiest friends used to pass there and complain, but everybody who complained about the boulder complained that the king should remove the boulder. They didn't know that the king had put it there, and very few and nobody could even think of removing it themselves. So this continued for a couple of days, and the king would go hid in the bush and watch as people complain, and none of them take action. But one day, one peasant farmer was coming from the market, and he had a vegetable load on his head. And when he reached the path, he noticed that there was a huge boulder, the rock, and he realized that I can go around and go continue with my journey, or I can put my load down and push this rock out of the road so that others can come and pass, and I can continue with my journey home. After deliberation, the farmer took his load, put it down, and went and started pushing the boulder out of the road. All this time, the king was hiding in the bushes around. He could see all that was happening. And finally, the farmer gathered all his strength and was able to push the rock out of the path. And as he was walking back to lift his load, he realized that under that rock there was a pass. He went, picked up the pass, and opened it. To his amusement, the pass was filled with many gold coins, and there was a note inside the pass. The note read, "This is for anyone who will push this boulder out of the path." Yes, the peasant farmer, the peasant man, did not only push the obstacle out of the road, but what seemed like an obstacle was really an opportunity for him to get some gold coins that were worth a lot if he went to trade them. After I heard that story, I couldn't help but notice how we look at obstacles in our lives. Maybe some of the obstacles in our lives are just opportunities in waiting for us to just come with solutions. Just look around. Everything that we use today, somebody saw that there was an obstacle of us traveling from point A to point B, and they made vehicles. Somebody saw that there was an obstacle in communication, and they came up with phones, they came up with emails, they came up with every mode of communication that you know, and it was an obstacle that was turned into an opportunity. Somebody saw that there's an obstacle between a buyer and a seller. They created delivery services. Somebody somewhere sat down, and what was considered by an obstacle, it was an opportunity for them to create something that we use today. So, in your life, all those obstacles you're facing, maybe it's time to start seeing them as opportunities. It's easy for us to complain about how we are having a hard time, having it rough, but by the end of it all, nothing changes. And a friend of mine told me something interesting, that in China, crisis means two things. Crisis may be a disaster or an opportunity. And that's why most of the people shift their focus in crisis and they come up with solutions. So, in every problem you encounter, are you part of the problem or are you part of the solution? It's not easy, I know, but we need a shift in mindset, because maybe that disagreement you have in friendship is an opportunity for you to grow. Maybe it's an opportunity for you to shape up the character that you've always wanted to be. That intolerable person at work, maybe they are an opportunity to cultivate the patience that you've been praying for. So, not every obstacle is an obstacle. Some are stepping stones and some are opportunities in the making. As you go out there, view the obstacles differently. Until next time, stay safe and stay blessed. Don't forget, not all obstacles are really obstacles. Some are just opportunities in the waiting.